Improve TypeScript Intellisense by suggesting predefined values. We've got a setColor TypeScript function which accepts a string and returns void, and just for the sake of not writing the implementation, we're using the declare keyword. So what we want this function to do is that it would accept all strings whatsoever. However, we want just a couple of the strings to be predefined, so that when we want to call the function with a string, we would like to get some suggestions from the Intellisense. So here we can see that, yeah, there are some tokens like blue or color string or declare, which were basically used in this code base. However, they are not being suggested as the predefined values. So what we need to do is to manipulate a little bit this type so that it still becomes the string type. However, TypeScript would figure out that blue, red, whatever the values we want to keep on suggesting by Intellisense, that they would be somehow slightly different. So let's think of a type that we would make a intersection with that is not going to change the semantics, but the compiler is going to treat it in a slightly different way. So this type, in this case, is going to be the object. So if you don't know why would this be the very same thing, check out my other video, there is a link in the comment. So object intersection string is basically going to be still a string. However, if we write it this way, as you can see, TypeScript does not reduce it down to string. So logically, this is a string, but it just remembers it in a slightly different way. So it will just not, let's say, forget where does it come from. So when we make an intersection with object, now we can keep on writing down what are our predefined values that we want to put over here, and that's the trick. So whenever we pass a value to this function, TypeScript is going to try out and pass it into one of the members of the union, and we will still get the Intellisense. So whenever we call the function, we will see that, hey, there are certainly some suggestions going from Intellisense. However, if we write basically hey there or whatever that is, this could fall back to the default one. So the whole trick here is that TypeScript compiler does not reduce it back to the string, although logically it will be just a string, and we're just using this utility to suggest some most commonly used values, or something that is basically a very high probability that a developer would like to pass in your reusable function in your common company library or whatever you might need.